I'm Susan Choi, and you're watching FI News Review. Let's take a look at the top stories in the food and beverage industry this week. Consumer price index numbers for August are out, and things seem to be status quo. Overall food prices in particular rose by 0.1% last month, and you can see a general plateauing over the past 2 years. But if you take a deeper look at food inflation, the food away from home category increased in price by a whopping 4% year over year, as opposed to food at home prices, which rose by 0.9% in the same period. Does this widening gap in pricing mean we'll see a decrease in consumers dining out? Maybe so, or maybe not. For monthly retail sales in July, receipts in food services and drinking places were up by 3% year over year. 𝗂𝗏𝗄𝗏 has recently agreed to pay a civil liberties fine of $1.5 million over recycling inaccuracy. The Securities and Exchange Commission accused the beverage giant of making false recycling claims over its single-use coffee pods. In annual reports between fiscal years 2019 and 2020, the company stated that their pods could be recycled, but did not mention that the country's two largest recycling businesses had concerns over the items and would not accept them for recycling. Big concerns over in agriculture as the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention announced the first human patient infected with avian influenza A in Missouri. The patient did not have any known contact with animals. Experts say that the person may have consumed milk infected with H5N1, which is currently circulating among cattle. In fact, last month, the California Department of Agriculture reported multiple cows from 3 dairy herds that were infected with the virus. The CDC has stated that risk to the general public remains low and that contact tracing has found no additional cases. And the saga continues in the _𝗟𝗏𝘁 𝗀𝗃 quest to acquire 7-Eleven. The Circle K owner proposed a sale price of $38.5 billion, which 7-Eleven owner, the Seven & I Holdings Company, rejected. They stated that they did not agree with the proposed price, which they felt severely undervalued the 7-Eleven business. But they also added that they were still open to other buyout proposal options. And in obituary news, Waffle House president and CEO 𝗟𝗏𝘂𝘶 has died. The 58-year-old joined the beloved restaurant chain in 1992 and quickly rose through the ranks to become CEO 14 years later. His friends and loved ones describe him as a dedicated leader and a gracious businessman. The Waffle House company has not yet named his successor. Mr. 𝗟𝗏𝘂𝘶 died from an adverse reaction to an alternative therapy for pancreatic cancer, which he had been dealing with since 2023. And that's your news roundup for this week. I'm Susan Choi, and you can always check out all the great content we've done by clicking on this playlist. Take care and have a great weekend.